Since the terror attacks earlier this week in Belgium, a city reacts to the devastation that now leaves 2 Americans dead.
We will not be intimidated. We will not be deterred. And we will come back with greater resolve, with greater strength, and we will not rest.
Secretary of State John Kerry reacting this morning to the 2 Americans lost in the Brussels attacks. U.S. authorities have not released the identities of the 2 individuals, but other names have been released.
Those whose lives were torn apart this week were not combatants in any kind of conflict.
State Department officials say that at least 4 Americans are missing, and the U.S. Embassy is still working to account for those people.
We haven't really talked to anybody from the embassy.
Officials say that about a dozen Americans were injured in the attacks, and some families were not able to reach relatives that were in the airport.
I think regardless of whether Americans were targeted or not, and we ought to be very concerned if they were, this is an attack, and any attack like this is against Western values, against humanity in general.
Early Monday morning, members of the Islamic State terrorist group known as ISIS bombed the Brussels airport and about an hour later bombed a subway station.
There's a lot of news crews and stuff like that, but it just kind of, it's almost like when you're sitting there looking at it, it's almost kind of like everyone around you is silent.
Vigils were held to remember those who were lost in the attacks.
I mean, it was definitely a different type of atmosphere, nothing I've ever seen before, of just kind of unity and, it seemed like everyone.
So far, the death toll is over 30 people.